welcome to this month's Stash Bash YouTube Hop. So this month we are talking about printables. So I love printables. There are 3 companies that I highly recommend for printables: The Crafty Pocket, Larkin Design, and Brandy Kincaid. And we're going to be using some printables from the Crafty Pockets today. So my tip and trick for printables is, as soon as you buy them, print 2 copies of the entire set, put them into whatever you use to hold your collections together. I use big, they're like Ziploc bags. Put them in there, and that way they're printed, they're done, they're in your stash, and when you're off looking for it, you don't forget you have them. I am genius. I do this with cut files and printables of forgetting that I have them. And I do the same thing with cut files. If I buy a cut file, I only buy it when I know I'm going to pull my silhouette out and cut that day, and I make sure that I cut those cut files as soon as they are on my computer. I keep them in an iris container, already cut on white cardstock, ready to go. And that's how I do it. Because I forget stuff. And the other thing is that because it takes some doing to get my silhouette out, or my printer for that matter, I really have to try my best to get it done fairly quickly. Like get them printed or get them cut right away. So I'm using some printables from the Crafty Pocket. What is really kind of cool about the Crafty Pocket is when you buy a printable sheet, you can order physically from her shop. You can order a physical set of flat flare. I think it's like $5, but you get tons of it. And she also has mini flare if you're doing scrapbook pages with your printables, but if you're doing TN pages or pocket pages, you can get flat flare. And what that flat flare is it's like little circles. I'm going to use it. You can see it off to the side on the right of my page. And you get a ton of them, and they're super duper cute. They're just like little circle embellishments, and I adore circles. So I'm fussy cutting some elements from this collection. I'm going to use a pocket page for some journaling. I'm working in my Traveler's Notebook, my March one, which, guys, I finished. Woohoo! I am on vacation. When this goes up, I will actually be on vacation. I'm going away, just me and my little boy, for a couple of days for a little bit of a caregiver's getaway. If you follow me a lot, you know that I am a caregiver for elderly family members that live with me, my mother-in-law and my grandparents. And every so often you need that little getaway and lay by the pool for a while. So we're not doing anything super, super special. We're not going anywhere, crazy. We're just going to my cousin's house for the weekend. But she's an amazing pool for the week. We're going for the week. So videos will be short. There's only 2 or 3 this week, and same with the last week. There was only a couple because I was packing and getting ready to leave. So anyway, I'm totally fine, but that's where I am. I'm taking a little bit of a break. I don't know if I'll be on social media or not. We'll see. So I'm going through some color cast stuff because I was wondering if I wanted to add some color cast stuff to I have this beautiful book set that I love, and I was thinking about using it, but I decided against it. And so this is for March. Actually, this is a book I read. This was part of a book club that I belonged to, and I loved this book. It was so good. It was like crazy though. It kept you guessing. It was so crazy. It was just wild. And then I've also been listening to a lot of this Case File podcast, which is really interesting. I am kind of a sucker for true crime. I don't know. It's weird. I'm also a sucker for anything Jane Austen and British. So yeah, I layered up these printables. I fussy cut some elements out. I have my fun little flat flare that I'm going to use on my layout. Just documenting the things that I was reading and listening to a lot during the month of March. Although that podcast I still listen to a ton. and just deciding where everything should go. I decided I wanted a little bit of washi, so I grabbed some black washi from my stash just to kind of make sure that I liked the black, because there was so much dark in the book cover and so much dark in the podcast cover that I wanted to add a little bit more dark into the layout. I also chose these orange printables because the only color that I had really was that blue and the orange, and I felt like there was a lot of blue, but there was just that little bit on the title of my card for the orange. And so there was a little orange and blue in the books, and I felt like the orange worked out really well. So these are two separate collections from the Crafty Pocket. One is called the Currently, and that's where the flare is from. And then the second one, it has like ice cream cones and stuff. I think it has a summer title. Super duper cute though. And so I am just going to trim up the edges here. I've added my journaling, and I am super happy with how this turned out. It is a little bit of a minimal TN spread for me, but that's okay, because I'm so proud of myself for not like over embellishing this layout completely. Be sure to hop along with all the other girls in Stash Bash today and see what they're doing with their printables. Have a fabulous, fabulous week, and I'll see you next week when I am back from my getaway. Bye!